Today we are looking at a very short chess game between Magnus Carlsen and a mystery grandmaster on chess.com with a rating of over 3,000 who only goes by the username Zizou98. Magnus has the black pieces here, and from our mystery GM we have d4, d5, and we go right into a closed Catalan setup. Everything going very predictably until this moment here, where Magnus deviates very hard from mainline theory with this odd-looking move a5, which is played in only about 1 out of every 100 online games. And what do you think the purpose of this move is? What is Carlsen up to here? Well, I suspect that he just wants to gain some space on the queen side and get his opponent out of his opening book. I'm not sure if he had any idea just how great a role this pawn would end up playing in deciding the outcome of the game in only a few moves. White responded sensibly with queen to c2, adding some protection to c4, and now knight to c6, which brings us to the moment where Carlsen's 3,000 rated mystery opponent made a terrible blunder with the move rook to d1, depriving the white queen of that critical escape square, making Carlsen's next move, knight b4, very deadly. Now where is the white queen gonna go? You need to keep defending the c2 square because if the knight ever lands there, you're gonna lose your rook on a1. And so white, realizing that there is no adequate defense here and that he will lose at least the exchange, decides to throw in the towel and he resigns after only 8 moves. So what was he seeing? Well, let's take a look at where the white queen can go. Not a lot of options here. Moving to a4 would be no good because you're just going to get kicked off that square with bishop to d7. If you move the queen to c3, or to d2 for that matter, knight to e4. And now the only square left for that queen where she can continue to watch over the c2 square is b3. And just look how beautifully these two knights are working together, covering all of these key squares. Now we get to see the unexpected usefulness of having that pawn on a5, because here black has a4, depriving the queen of her last square from which she can defend c2. And the best move for white now is probably queen to e3, but this runs into the fork after the knight lands on c2. After the queen moves, the rook is going to be picked up, and white has a completely losing position, having lost the rook, and is still left with the inconvenient task of trying to round up that knight on a1. So there you have it, Magnus Carlsen taking down one of the top blitz players on chess.com in a way that very few players on earth are likely to do. So thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.